Hi, welcome back to my channel. This is a sound off on Carlos King's interview with LaTavia Roberson, formerly of Destiny's Child. Now, y'all know I was excited to see this because if you don't know me, I think y'all know I'm a Beyonce fan, right? Y'all know I love Beyonce. I am a Destiny's Child fanatic, okay? When I tell y'all I love Destiny's Child, okay, baby, I'm from the age, okay? I love Destiny's Child. I love LaTavia, LaToya, Calendria, Beyonce, and I eventually came to love Michelle as well. I love Destiny's Child from day one. I'm a day one fan. So this interview, of course I had to watch it. Of course I had to talk about this. So when Destiny's Child broke up back in the day, let me tell y'all, I was devastated, okay? I was devastated. I love Destiny's Child, okay? I was that weird kid. Let me just tell on myself. So my mama used to like record her soap operas. I picked up the habit and I used to record all my favorite celebrities' performances. I would learn the dance routines. I'll be singing with the television. Okay, I was that kid. I really, really was, okay? That's why the show, The Encore, needs to bring its ass back to our television screens. Because where you been? Carlos, get on that. Get on that. But anyways, I love Destiny's Child. And of course, they're like hometown heroes. They're from Houston. I'm from Houston. I love them, okay? The Writings on the Wall album, I bought that album twice. Because the first time I bought it, I took it to school and this girl stole it. And she helped me look for it. And she had it the whole time. I know you stole it, girl. God saw you. I know you did. I know you stole it. You owe me money for my CD. But anyways, I had to buy it twice. When I bought it the second time, I played it so much that it scratched up real bad. It had this weird ring on it. I still have it though somewhere. And it wouldn't play the last couple of songs. But when I tell you I am a Destiny's Child fan for real, I follow everything. I've seen every performance. I rock with them, okay? So when they broke up, I was heartbroken. I thought that was it. Now, LaTavia don't really do a lot of interviews, and she addressed that in this interview that, you know, some interviews are just not worthy. You know, what she really probably wanted to say is that people be messy, and they just be wanting to know your business, and they don't mean you no good, and they don't protect you, and they don't do things with integrity. So she don't be giving everybody interviews, and I'm here for it. But, like, hearing her voice, it just made me feel, I don't know, it made me feel some type of comfort. Because if you really know Destiny's Child, old school Destiny's Child, Beyonce and Kelly, they were the lead singers, right? So we always heard them singing on the track. But LaTavia used to always do the talking. Like when it came down to doing red carpet interviews, she did a lot of the talking. When they would go up to receive awards, she would do a lot of talking. So her voice just sounds so like, it felt like home. It made me feel a part of my childhood. You know, it made me feel a little nostalgic. Like, oh my God, I remember that voice. That voice is like, damn, she sounds the same. She looks the same. She even had the red hair like she used to have back in the day. But I really did enjoy this interview. Before it dropped, a lot of people were being negative and saying little slick things about her because of the preview. It didn't look like she was, people wanted to think she was about to get on this interview and dog Beyonce and say that she's a bad person. And it wasn't that at all. And I didn't think she was going to do that no way. Like, we all saw the embrace that she gave Matthew and Beyonce. Why the hell would she come on here and trash them? She was just here in Houston for the concert back in September. Why would she do that? She ain't been doing that. You know, some people just be negative, and that's why she says she don't do the interview. I think what I learned, though, from this interview is that she says it. She never really had the dream of being a singer. She wanted to be in the spotlight. She wanted to be an actress. But the dream of being a singer, that wasn't really her original dream. Now, if y'all remember, LaTavia was the face of the Just For Me hair relaxer brand, right? She had the pretty picture with that long-ass ponytail, that beautiful-ass hair. For years, like, they had her face on that perm box for a long, long time. Like, we used to use it. And they got a lot of my mama coins. They fucked up a lot of people's hair. But, you know, it is what it is. We have moved past that. No, but LaTavia been on her Zoom since she was a small child, okay? Going to audition and doing print work and doing modeling and doing all that stuff. And the girl, she still look good. She still look good. And it hurts my feelings sometimes when people be nasty to the other members of Destiny's Child, especially her, because y'all want to uplift Beyonce. And it's just like, there's no need for that. They do it to Solange as well. There's no need for that. I absolutely adore Beyonce, okay? That's not ever changing. But my love for Beyonce doesn't mean I have to dislike anyone else in the industry. Like, that is just so weird to me that people act like that. So back to my point. We learned through this interview that LaTavia says it was never really her dream to be a singer. But of course, you went on auditions, you was in the group, you was a rapper, and stuff started to kind of flow and change. And then you're around someone like Beyonce, who this is her dream. Like, she wants to be a star and she can see it happening. And she's willing to put in the work. And y'all just became a part of this, you know, well-oiled machine. And y'all found yourself into superstardom. And I think that's probably the reason that the group broke up. I know, yes, Matthew was a part. They say Jagged Edge and this and that and that and that and that. But what it seemed like to me is that after the success of the Writings on the Walls album, I think LaTavia and LaToya probably felt like they made it. Like, Carlos kept asking them, when did you think you made it? She said that once they heard their music on the radio and they, you know, was doing different things, they were traveling all over the world, people was getting Destiny's Child tattoos and all these other stuff, I think she thought she made it. And I think Beyonce wanted more and said, no, this is not it. And Kelly was like, yeah, girl, I want more too, right? I think LaTavia and LaToya kind of was just like, we done made it, you know? And so they started paying attention to other things. And they figured out that, you know, business wasn't being taken care of properly. And I think that them wanting to get outside management to, you know, money manager or this manager or whatever, financial manager, I don't think they were wrong for wanting that. I don't think that they were wrong for taking notice that things weren't going the way that it was supposed to go. But it's kind of like, that's where the clash happens. Like, Beyonce probably was like, you might be right. But right now, that's not what we need to be paying attention to. That's not what we need to do, right? That's just like a child growing up in the house. You get to a point when you realize your parents might be full of shit when it comes to certain things. You get to a point where your parents and you don't agree on everything, but you don't leave the house at 16 and say, I'm going to go into this ugly, crazy ass world unprepared, right? You still need your parents to get you through. You still need your parents' guidance. You still need your parents' structure. You still need your parents to show you how things are supposed to go. You still need them to be there, right? And them wanting to bring in another manager, well, that's a threat to Matthew. Even if they weren't trying to replace him, that's still a threat. And I personally think from all the interviews and, you know, Unsung and all these other things that people have said over the years, I think Matthew was threatened by LaToya's mom, because LaToya's mom, I think, is her manager now. I think he was threatened by her presence. I think, you know, let's be real, right? This man quit his job. He quit his career to manage y'all when y'all manager got sick and eventually succumbed to her illness, right? He done invested his life, his family's life, his finances, his everything into this group. Y'all coming in talking about y'all want to bring new people into the picture, that's a threat to his position. Even though y'all may not have meant it as a threat, it was a threat to his position. So I can understand why he was like, oh, no. I can't let this happen. Because there was a story that I don't know if it was on Unsung or where, but Jagged Edge was saying how they were on tour. Something happened. LaToya's mom was on the tour bus with them. Matthew found out about it. He said, put her off the bus right now. And shortly after that, they broke up. I believe everybody's account of what happened. But I feel like Beyonce had a dream. She had tunnel vision. She didn't have time to care about those things. What she knew was her dad got y'all to the level that y'all were at, and she wanted to go even further. And this bringing in new people was going to hinder that. And so that's why, to me, they ultimately broke up. And I think when she says it wasn't about the group breaking up, it was about losing my friends. We went through a terrible divorce. I think that is 100% true. She didn't even really want to be a singer. But it became a dream of hers because it was a dream of her best friends. And she was doing this with her best friends. And they was locked in and they did everything. They was one band, one sound. And now they're being, dismissed. And they're watching them go further. Obviously, you're going to be like, well, damn, I'm supposed to be with them, right? But even more so, you can't call your best friend. You can't call your sister and say, girl. You can't call your sister and be like, girl, I went through this. You had no more communication with your very best friends at 19. Well, how old were they? 17, 18? That's devastating. That's devastating. I think a lot of us, from looking at it from the outside, we're looking like, well, damn, if I got kicked out of Destiny's Child, I'll be big mad, which I'm sure they were. But now that everyone is grown and has healed, the root of it is not you got kicked out of a singing group. The root of it is like, I got dismissed by my best friends. We were together. We were a unit, and we got thrown to the side because we spoke up. And it really wasn't because you spoke up. It's just the timing of it. You spoke up at the wrong time, girl. Yeah. I mean, it wasn't meant to be. It wasn't meant to be that way. It was meant to be the way that it is. Can I say that I really loved how this interview was conducted? It was like, she don't let nobody run over her. I love LaTavia. I really do. Like, there were certain questions. She was just like, Carlos, I done came a long way. I'm not about to let you undo any of the stuff that I fixed for myself. I've healed. We're not about to undo it. She stood her ground in certain questions. She was like, this is all you're going to get from me. You know, she shut him down a lot of times when he was trying to get her to open up more about Matthew, about her relationship with Brandon from Jagged Edge, or her relationship with her baby daddy. Can I be a little messy? So LaTavia's baby's daddy, I don't think I ever heard this story that he had a long-term girlfriend and she got pregnant. I had never heard that. I had never heard that story. Maybe I have and I forgot. Now, I am a little bit familiar with the baby daddy because I think he is Candy's producer or engineer. He worked really closely with Candy musically. When she had her show, her spinoff about the Candy Factory, he was a part of that. And then where else do we see him? That's really where I know him from, is working with Candy. And he looked like a joker. I'm so sorry. Just something about him just don't seem right. Something about him don't seem right. Oh my gosh. And from the energy that LaTavia was giving, things ain't too great. I don't like you, sir. If you causing my girl LaTavia problems, I don't like you. I really don't. Candy, get your friend. Get your friend. But I do appreciate the fact that she did not sit there and bash him. She shut down a lot of, whatever. And I know Carlos messy. Okay? Now, we appreciate the mess, Carlos. We do. Carlos, you messy, because you know that man. You, Candy, that's too many. You know her. You have a close relationship with her. You used to have a close relationship with Candy. You know that man. He sat up there and was like, do y'all have a relationship now? Carlos, you know they ain't got no relationship now. Which is sad, though. These men ain't no good. I know people don't like baby mama term, but I don't think being a baby mama is a bad thing. Your children are your blessings. Like, if you are in a position where you could take care of a child and do right by a child, being a baby mama is a badge of honor. That is nothing to be ashamed of. I wish people would let go of that stigma. Like, it's nothing wrong with being someone's mama. There's nothing wrong with it. Sometimes a wife, the title of wife to the wrong person, it ain't worth it. Look at Kenya. Kenya's still trying to get divorced anyway. So Carlos brings up the fact that, I've known LaTavia. We're friends. We've known each other for a long time. He says that originally the show, The Encore, was centered around LaTavia. Mila from 702 was a part of it, and Shamari from Black. And they were trying to develop this show, shoot a pilot. Things weren't going so great. And then LaTavia got an offer to be on R&B Divas. And this one, the interview kind of got a little awkward. It was awkward. I was cringing watching this part, and it was just kind of like, damn. So basically, he developed this show for her. It didn't quite work out, and she got an offer somewhere else, and she said bye. And then she had her manager dismiss him. She was sitting there, but she didn't look at him and didn't say nothing. And it was cringy. It was cringy. I'm glad she apologized, but I wish she would have given him more of a deeper apology. That was real cringy to watch. Because I'm like, damn, girl, he did all this for you, and then you just said fuck him. And then you went to R&B Divas, and R&B Divas wasn't what you thought it was going to be, girl. Yeah, I don't know. That's kind of weird. Sorry, Carlos. Hopefully they have another conversation about that, just the two of them when the cameras went down, because it seemed like his feelings was hurt. I know his feelings was hurt. Your feelings have to be hurt. And you know, a lot of people like to give Carlos a hard time. You know, I don't agree with everything he says or does, you know. But they may really be working behind the scenes to make these girls' dreams come true. He be really working on some things. Because I never knew that, you know. But what I need Carlos to really do, what I really need Carlos to do, instead of giving so much attention to Love and Marriage Huntsville, because I've checked out of that show, I don't watch it no more. I need you to bring back The Encore. Okay, I need you to bring that show back. That's the show that I want you to bring back, Carlos, okay? I'm tired of hearing about Melody, LaTavia, Martell. I don't really care about them people like that. I know that y'all got a big fan base, and that's great. But I need you to bring back The Encore. Can you bring that show back? Can you please do that for us, Carlos? Thank you. You know, she also talked about, you know, after she left the group, how she went through it, her addiction and her struggles. We know about that. If you watch Real Housewives of Atlanta, she was on there, I think Phaedra's first season, so that would have been season 3. And she talked about that on there. And I was very shocked to know that. Like, she even went to jail at some point, and it was just like, that's so unfortunate. I'm so glad she's made it through that and on the other side of that. Thank God. Yo, life be life, and life really be life. And you know, they didn't say this, and maybe I'm reading too much into it, I don't know, but she did say that she had some daddy issues. And I have to think that, I wonder, did she look at Matthew as somewhat of a father figure? I mean, y'all was in this group since y'all was 7 years old, and your father wasn't consistent in your life that much, right? You had some issues with that man. And you have Matthew, who's there all the time, and he's telling y'all what to do. He's Beyonce's father, and he was a father to Kelly. Was he a father to you as well? Because I'm kind of sensing that a little bit. Like, he was somewhat of a father figure to you guys. He protected you guys. He was there for y'all. Like, is that also part of the pain? Is that also part of the hurt? Because I find myself feeling like, okay, we all know that they say Matthew got his hands caught in a cookie jar. They say he was a little sticky fingers with Beyonce's money, allegedly. I wasn't there, I don't know. But that's what the people say. But I'm going to always give this man credit, because I feel like we've heard some of the crazy, bizarre stuff that happens to women, especially in this industry. Men too, but women. We hear more about the women. We don't really hear about what happened to the men as much, but we definitely hear a lot of the stories about the women. And I kind of feel like, and I know people might disagree with me, but I feel like Matthew's presence, just the fact that he's Beyonce's father, he's a bigger man. I feel like his presence protected all of these ladies while they were in the group, and Beyonce for sure. He protected them in this industry. I think people probably thought 3 times before they tried anything. And she also says it in the interview that, you know, they were sheltered. They were shielded from a lot of nonsense. So I feel like, and I'm not trying to blame anyone here, but I have to wonder, it's kind of like once that parental figure is no more, once that protection is gone, she says that she had a lot of friends that were like vultures. I believe that a lot of people came around you that didn't have access to you while Matthew was in the picture. So now they have access to you. They know you got a little bag. They want to help you spend that little bag. They start introducing you to things that almost could have destroyed you. I think that's the part that they didn't really hit on that I wish they would have kind of like dug a little deeper. It's like, do you blame him a little bit? Not even just, okay, he dismissed you from the group, but he was like a dad to you, and now that's gone. And then now you fall victim to drugs, you fall victim to vultures and fake friendships, and you end up in jail. Like, I wonder if some of the hurt, is that part of the hurt? Because I really feel like she's content with the fact that she did not go further with the group. I don't think it was about the fame and the money and all that for her. I think it really was about the relationships that she had with these people for so long, and now it's just gone. It's just cut off. It's just no more. I mean, I'm just saying, that's what I think that might be. I wish they would have kind of explored that a little. Carlos also asked her, you know, where was your mom at? How did she feel about things? And she says, you know, my mom lost her job because of what I did. Like, I went to the lawyers. I didn't tell her. She also said this when she went on the show with Terrell. She spoke on this as well. She was like, I didn't tell my mom what I was doing. I just did what I wanted to do. And she lost her job because of it, because she was a chaperone. She was employed by Matthew's company, Music World Music. So, yeah. It kind of got a little awkward at that moment as well, because it was like, she was like, how do your mom feel? He was like, LaTavia was like, you might have to ask her. I can't answer for her. She really went through a lot. She really went through a lot. I feel for her. I really do. I'm so glad she's on the other side of this. I'm so glad. I'm so glad about that. But Carlos, you messy. Carlos asked at some point, they say that Brandon was dating other women while he was dating you, because y'all was together for 10 years. He was dating other women. Carlos, you know they say he was dating Candy. It's not a say. He was dating Candy. And Candy even said that it was awkward when they did the writings on the wall, because y'all know she wrote Bills, Bills, Bills and Bugaboo. And then she wrote So Good, I think. I don't know if she wrote anything else, but I know she wrote those 3 songs. And she's like, it was kind of awkward because the relationship that LaTavia was with Brandon, but Candy was also with Brandon. But I don't know if when they did the album, we know LaTavia was still dealing with Brandon, but was Candy still dealing with Brandon? That's what you really wanted to get into, and she wasn't going to go there with you. She wasn't going to give you that. Candy will give it to you, though. If somebody ever interviews Candy, y'all ask her about it, because we know Candy going to tell it. Now, he asked her about a possible Destiny's Child 5 reunion. I'm going to speak this into the atmosphere. I'm going to speak this into existence. The Lord is listening at all times. Lord, hear our prayer. Baby, if that happens, I'm speaking into I'm going to be there. I'm going to be there, okay? And I feel like that should happen. I feel like that should happen here in Houston, you know? But if it's not in Houston, y'all just let me know ahead of time, because I'm going to be there, okay? I want to be there. I would love, y'all know I want, we the people are begging you, Beyonce. Because it really is up to Beyonce. We the people are begging you, Beyonce. Please make this happen for us. But yeah, overall, this was a really good interview. I enjoyed it. Some of y'all was hating for no reason, because she did not bash Beyonce. She didn't bash any of the girls. They are in a good place. Y'all stop projecting y'all foolishness onto people. Okay, she got a lot of things in the work, and I'm happy for her. Like, I really am happy for her. I want to see her win. And she said something about moving back to the third coast. Bitch, come back to the third coast. Actually, she said she got a lot of things going on. I need you to be a movie star. I need you to get back into your acting bag, LaTavia. Okay? I need you to do that. Okay? I need you to get back into the acting bag. Because if that was your original dream, I want your dream to happen, okay, child of destiny. I want to see you in a movie, or 2 or 3 or 5 or 10. I want to see that happen, because you ain't never too old to do some acting. You know, the music thing, child, is it worth it? Sometimes it ain't even worth it like that. But the acting, I hope that for you. I wish that for you. I really would like to see that happen. But yeah, I really enjoyed this interview. Just hearing her speak, I don't know, it just gave me some type of comfort. Her voice, her speaking voice, it literally just gave me some type of comfort. It was like listening to an old friend, catching up with an old friend. I was here for this interview. She told us, yo, she tired of answering certain questions. Y'all keep trying to be messy. Y'all keep trying to cause a problem between her and Beyonce, and she not here for it. But yeah, please like, comment, and subscribe. Thanks for watching.